Good morning, children. I hope you are all doing good. I am wonderfully well. Thank you. Welcome to our social studies class. So, in this class, we are going to learn about the types of houses. We all, the human beings, live in different types of houses where nowadays we construct big buildings or the homes decoratively using different materials like how we wish to stay. So here, before going into lesson, not only the human beings, even the animals and birds also have their own house. Am I right? So where do the birds live? Birds collect some of the materials, the waste product, the grass or the straws, whatever they get, the grass, the dry grass, and then they make a house. What is the house of the bird? It is nest, where they live on the branches of trees. Am I right? So in the same way, when you come across a bird also build different types of nest. When you see a bird called weaver bird, you might have learned in your science classes. Am I right? So weaver bird has its unique nest where it can make its nest on a new style, where it hangs on a branch. So it lives in that. So it is a unique part of it. A bird constructs a unique nest by it. When you see the nest of a weaver bird, we can simply easily identify that yes, it's a nest of a weaver bird, where it hangs from the branches, where it looks so beautifully. They collect all the grass materials or the dry grasses and the straws from each and everywhere, where they collect there and they build their houses. So in the same way, different animals also live in different houses. Like rat. Where does a rat live? Rat lives in hole. Whereas snakes also live in hole. And where does a rabbit live? Rabbit lives in a burrow, where it is also an underground. So like that, even dog has a shed where it is having like a small house, where the top of the house is slope. Right? So like that, many of the animals have different houses. So in the same way, we human beings also need houses to live, where we can protect ourselves from heat, cold, rain, and as well as the thieves and also the animals. Some animals are very harmful. They bite us like snake. If the snake bite, what happens? It spreads the poisons to our body. If the poisonous snake bite us, so this poison is spread into our body and we may die. And also the street dogs which bark loudly. So if they run across us and bite us, what happens? It's very difficult. So even the animals, we must also stay protected from the animals. So that is why, to protect ourselves from heat, cold, rain, animals and also thieves, we need houses to live. So not only the same house, when you go across a street, when you have a walk on a street, what do you see? You see different types of houses are built, where you see a big bungalow with many stories, and where you see a single house with only the ground floor, where you see a hut, where you see a tent. So many more types of houses are there. So let's get started. To start, I would like to open your books and look into your lesson number 6. So here, whom we are going to meet again today? Let us meet our friend called Chinky. So who is he? He is a bunny, a rabbit. I live in a burrow. My friend Chirpy lives in a nest. So what is he telling to us? I live in a burrow. So as we have said earlier, rabbit lives in a burrow. So here our friend rabbit named Bunny, and also his name is Chinky. He lives in burrow. So who's his friend? His friend is Chirpy. Why is it Chirpy? The birds make the sound chirp. The sound that the bird make are called as chirp. So that is why he is calling his friend as Chirpy, who is a bird, lives in a nest. They built their houses using their beak with a beautiful nest, and they lay their eggs. Their younger ones also live there in the nest. Then he is asking us, where do you live? So where we all live? We live in a house. Am I right? So we all live in a house. Like in the last class we have learnt houses we live in. Whom do we live with in a house? We live with our family, where we live happily together, sharing things, enjoying a lot, helping each other, where we are making a house to a happy home. So that is how now we are going to learn about the types of houses. Houses are different from one another. When you go on a walk, when you go by a bus, when you go by an auto or anywhere, when on a street you are walking, you see colorful, decorated, beautiful, different types of houses where you cannot compare one house with another. Some are big and some are small. They are built of different materials. So how are the houses constructed? As we have also learnt earlier, when you build a house, we must always keep in mind that the house has a good ventilation. What is ventilation, dear? Where the fresh air comes into our home, where we breathe in fresh air and live healthy. That is called as oxygen. So how does a ventilation come into our house? How does a fresh air come into our house? If we keep a good ventilation through windows or the doors, where you all get in fresh air when you open a window. When suddenly a power cuts in your house, what do? Soon after the power cut, you feel very sweat. Am I right? So what your parents ask you, or what you will do? You will go to the door, open the door, you will open the windows and feel the fresh air. Then you say, Ma, thank God, now I feel good. Now it's not suffocated. I can breathe in fresh air. Am I right? So that is why when you build a house, it is necessary. You must always keep in mind that you have to have a good ventilation where you can breathe in fresh air properly, even if there is no power or no fan in your house. So here are few type of houses. So in your textbook, you might also learnt earlier in your primary year class types of houses. What are they? Like bungalow, tent, hut. So these are all different types of houses. Now we are going to learn in detail. So where you can see the pictures of beautiful buildings over here. Where you see, when you go to the cities, what do you see there? Most of the houses are very big, built on one another. They are called as multi-storied building. What are they called? Multi-storied buildings. So they are called as, the multi-storied buildings are called as flats. So first one is flats, where people live in cities. Flats are the places where people live in cities. So how are they constructed? Flats are constructed in cities. Why are they constructed in cities? As you see, cities, when compared to a village has more space, whereas the cities has less space to construct building. Why so? Because there are many factories, many industrial areas, many malls. So many places have so many people build houses in cities. Most of the people like to live in cities. So how do they construct house? They construct house one on another. That is called as multi-storied, where you see the flats with a apartment with many floors, like up to 12, up to 8, up to 6, like that. So many buildings you see the same like that. So which is the tallest building in the world? It is Burj Khalifa, where you see in Dubai. So that is the tallest building, multi-storied building. So here, like the same, the flats are constructed in cities where they are called as apartments. We call them as apartments. So each apartment is divided into a flat where we give a number. For first floor, one number is given, and for second floor another number is given. Like example, for first floor 101, 1012, 103, and then second floor 2012, 204, like that, 201, 202, 203. So like that, so on, they give the number for the different flats. So many people live in these flats. And then next is a bungalow. Where you see this bungalow is also a big place. This is constructed in a big place, stretched on a wide distance, and it has 1 to 2 floors or to 3 floors. That is called as a bungalow. So here in this image you can see you have 2-storied bungalow where we have the ground floor also, and ground floor, and then the first floor and the second floor where the all people live. So here in this bungalow you can keep a big space for veranda. We can use a big space. So this bungalow is constructed in a big space. So how does a bungalow constructed? So bungalow is constructed using a cement and bricks, and also the rods where we use pillars, and also like this. The flats also built using the cement and the bricks. So they take much material compared to a bungalow, as flats are very big. As the apartments are very big, they take lot of material. Here the material is less when compared to flats. So they are made with cement and bricks. Then we have a tent. So you see the tent. Where do you see this tent? So tent is built by a canvas. You have a cloth where the nail is hammered into a ground, and then they tie it using a thread or a rope. They tie the canvas using a rope to the nail, and then make a tent. So this tent you can see in medical camp where people go, where the doctors or someone go to different places and have a camp where they treat the people, where they treat the poor people who are suffering from lot of diseases. So they go to the villages, check to them. So they have to stay for 1 or 2 days. Then where can they stay? They don't have houses there to stay. So when they don't have houses, we use this canvas as making a tent, and then we can leave it happily there where we have it like a shelter. So in this image you can see, and also the tent is mostly used by the army people in the borders, the neighboring border. We have the borders of India where the soldiers fight using gun and all. So they also live in this place. And you also like to play with ice, snow, am I right? So in the snowy part, where in the north part of India, where it is covered with full of snow, where we have a big mountains. So in such places also the people use this tent to live. And then the next is, so tent is made by canvas. So that is used for camping. And then the next is hut, a hut. So you see many of huts in a village. So where the people live, where they cannot construct big houses using bricks or cement, where they don't have much money to pay that much money and live in big houses, big colored buildings or like that. So how do the people live there to protect from heat, cold, rainfall and the animals? How can they live? They built this house called hut. So hut is made by mud or the grass or straw. So it is made by mud, grass, straw, like this. So they are very small houses compared to bungalow and flats. These are very small houses. Then next we go into the details now. See here, you can notice some difference here. What? Flats and bungalow, where you see the cities and in villages the bungalow. So here what is the material they use? Cement, bricks and all, which is very strong. When in heavy rainfall or heavy rainfall or something, when you like even the earthquake comes, so it does not break much easily. Am I right? Even at the big rainfall, when the tufan comes for 2 to 3 days, the heavy rainfall comes, so these buildings are safe. Why are they safe? Because they cannot break down easily. They don't fall down easily. Why they don't fall down easily? As they are constructed using cement, bricks, rods and many more material which are very strong. So that is why this type of houses are called as Pakka house. What are they called? Pakka house. Now, Pakka. Now you see here, Pakka house is, when you might have learnt in Hindi, where a mango, when it is green in color, that is called as kacha. Am I right? Kacha is not ripened. It is very sour in taste. That means khatta we see in Hindi. Yes or no? And the same way, when it turns into yellow or red, that is called as pakka. That is ready to eat, which is very sweet. So here, in the same way, the pakka house, which are very strong, are called as pakka house. Then these tents and hut, these are kacha house. What are they? Kacha house, where it is not that strong compared to a pakka house. So we have two types of houses. What are they? Pakka houses and kacha houses. So pakka houses are very strong, whereas kacha houses are weak compared to pakka house. What are they? When summer houses are built of bricks, cement, wood and iron. Such houses are pakka houses. Pakka houses are strong. You see them in cities, as I have told you. Flats and bungalows, they are seen in cities and some of the villages. So they are very strong. Why are they very strong? We use materials like cement, brick, wood, iron to build house. So they are very strong. Even you try to break them or even you try to move them across, they cannot move or they cannot fall down. They are very strong. So that is why they are called as pakka house. Whereas this tent and hut, what are they called? They are called as kacha house. Some houses are built of mud, straw and bamboo. So these houses are built by mud, straw and bamboos and canvas, where we use a cloth called as canvas. So mud and straw. What is the meaning of a straw? When you see a crop where they cut the crop and collect all the wheat, paddy, barley and everything, then that grass is kept aside. Am I right? So how is the color turned into? First the grass is very green. Then they cut it. Then they remove the paddy, the grains, what all the seeds it has, and make them into, if it is paddy, they make them into rice. And then if it is a wheat, they make them into jowar. And like that, so barley, these are all. So they have that grass. They collect and put it aside. So when they put it aside, after few days, it turns into yellow in color. So that grass is also given for animal to graze food. So that is also used for grazing. So such type of grass is called as straw. So that is also used for kacha houses, to build hut. So mud, straw, bamboo, even a bamboo are the sticks which are very strong. So they are also built using these houses. So they are called as kacha houses. When a heavy rainfall comes or when a wind blows very fast or when there is an earthquake. So these are the first houses which get destroyed, which are destroyed easily. Why, sir? Why? Because here tent, you have learnt, because they easily break down, because as you have learnt how the tents are constructed, they are constructed using a canvas and a nail. Then to a canvas a rope is tied and then the nail is hit into a ground. So if the ground breaks or the heavy wind flows, what happens? Come back easily. It can come out. So that is why it is not that strong compared to a pakka house. And even the mud, the grass, which mud can easily mix up in a water. Even a straw. Straw is the material like grass. So that also gets wet easily blown by air. So that is why it is not that strong compared to a pakka house. So you see this kacha house mostly in villages. So kacha houses are seen in villages, whereas flats and bungalows are seen in cities the most. Then roofs of houses. So when you see a big houses or the different types of houses, how the roofs of the houses are. What is the word roof, sir? Roof is something above us, which is like protection. Roof to us, which is even it may be a flat surface or a slope like surface. When you see a hut, how is the hut built? Like this, like a triangular shape. Am I right? This is called as hut. So here you see these have slope tops, whereas a house, a building, how is it, sir? The top of it is like this. Then you see here multi-storied and then the windows and all. Yes, am I right or wrong? Yes. So here like this the house is there, where you see a house with a flat rooftop. This rooftop is flat. Am I right? Like this. You have a flat rooftop, whereas the huts have slope rooftops. So this is called as slope and this is called as flat. The part of the house which is on the top is called as the roof. So when you see the house, the top of a house, which you also called as terrace, where you like to play the most, where we play, we run, we move across and we hide. So that place, the open area of top of the building is called as terrace. So that is called as roof. The roof of a house is flat or sloping. So always the roof of the house will be flat or sloping. Houses in hot places have flat roofs. So where do you see flat roofs, sir? Flat roofs are mostly seen in the places where the weather is hot. Where the weather is hot, you see flat roofs. And houses in rainy or snowy places have sloping roof. The rain and snow slide down easily. So why is the roof made slopey, sir? This slopey roofs are made when it is covered with snow or a heavy rainfall. When you see a heavy rainfall or the places where covered with snow have the sloping roofs, where you see like in a northern area where the India is mostly covered with snow. So the built houses using wood and cement. So how they construct the houses? If you see, their roofs are sloping. Why are they sloping? Because the snow, when the snow comes, the snow slide down easily, and even at the rainfall, heavy rainfall, the rain water slide down easily. And also we have learnt this is the slopey roofs is used for the kacha houses or the pakka houses. So here Slopy roofs are also built with using cement and bricks for even pakka houses in the places like the northern area where the area is covered with snow or heavy rainfall in the eastern side of India. So like that, here the houses are made slope. And we have also learnt the kacha house, which is hut. Hut is also having a slopy roof. Am I right? So why are the roofs are slopy, sir, here when huts are constructed using mud, straw? Why are they using slope? Because it breaks down easily. Am I right? So when rainfall happens, the rain should not stop here. So that is why they are building the houses with a slope where the rainwater floats down easily, where it cannot stay on the top of the house. Whereas the flat house, when you see, what do you see? You also see a pipe here where the water is going. When you see a heavy rainfall has come, then what happened? It stores flat area, the water stores on the land. Then if you see a pipe, a drainage pipe, then that water comes down from the top. So always remember, when constructing a flat roof, you have to always keep a hole there where water drains down easily. So that is how we see different types of houses. We also have not this kacha houses or pakka houses. We also have different types of houses, like in the area of snow, which is covered with fully snow, where you don't have any material to build in. When you take cement over there, what happens? It turns into brick. You cannot mix it, as it is very cold area, it is covered with snow. You can also take a wood. So here it is not possible to construct a house. So what people do, how do they construct using a snow? The house constructed using a snow, that is called as igloo. Here in your pictures you can see here, this is a house made of igloo. And then this is a movable house. You can also see a house which is movable with a van, where on an auto you can see a big space where it moves, where it has wheels. So that house is called as caravan. What it is called? Caravan. It is like a van, but inside the van you can see a bathroom, a bedroom, and everything same like a house. You can use a curtains, you can sleep happily, you can have a kitchen, a stove, you can drink water, and nowadays we even also have a auto van, which is movable, auto house, which is constructed on an auto, where you have bathrooms and all, shower and water, where you can drink easily, same like a house. So that is called as caravan. And then you also have a house built on a water. So where the houses built on a water are called as houseboat, where you see we use boat to go on a water. So in rivers, to go easily, to have a journey, we use boat or ships. So to stay there, if the area is covered fully with water, they build houses on water. So such type of house is called as houseboat. So like that. So here in your picture you can see houses with a flat roof and houses with a sloping roof, where in the sloping roof you also see a chimney there. Why is this chimney used? As these sloping roofs are used in the area where it is covered with fully snow. It has if the area is covered fully with snow, it is very cold to live. So what did they use, sir? They burn the sticks and have fire. So that smoke is released. And even when you cook in kitchen, that smoke is also released. So where it must go, sir? where it must go out. So when you use a chimney here, the smoke generated from the house can be easily flown out from the chimney. Whereas in the flat roof, what do you observe, sir? Here the water stays on a flat roof. When a heavy rainfall comes, the water stays on a floor. So if you have a pipeline which drains water easily, then the water will not stay on the floor. So these are all points that you have to remember when constructing a house. And then the next you have the pictures of different houses. You can write them the name of the houses, and you also have the colors of it. Then next page, when you turn around, you see different types of houses. Name them, name the houses. Now see in the first image what you have. The house has a wheel and a house with a curtain, windows, and also has a wood like a bullock cart where animals have to move the house. So here we have learned a caravan. Caravan is a house which also has a wheels, door, window, same like house, but it is moving van. Here you see a place for an animal. So it is also a house, that is called as cart. C-A-R-T, cart, where the animals are pushed by the, so where the house is pushed by the animals. Then you see here, they are used, nails are used, this ropes are used, and the canvas are used. So canvas are used, that the house is called as, exactly right, tent. Then this house is constructed on a water. What it is called? Houseboat. Very good. Then this is used with snow. White. Snow is white in color. So that is why it is not having any color. It is white in place and it is constructed using a snow. What it is, sir? Yes. Igloo. Which of these is a kacha house? Which of these house? You have options over here. Take the correct answer. Flat, bungalow, hut. So which is the kacha house, sir? Kacha house is not very strong. So which is it? Hut is the correct answer. Which of these is built of bricks and cement? Hut, tent, flat. Hut is used by mud, grass, straw, and tent is used with canvas, and bricks and cement is used for flat. The option C is correct. Houses in hot places have a, in hot places, how are the flats of the roofs, sir? The houses have the flat roofs. The roofs are very flat in hot areas, whereas in snowy or rainfall, it has a sloping roofs. Next, who uses tents? Very good. The doctors or the army men uses the tent. It is used for camping. Who goes on a camp use tents. What is a pakka house? A pakka house is very strong. They are built using cement, bricks, wood, rods. Am I right? Yes. Then, what is a kacha house? What is a kacha house? Kacha houses are very small, built using mud, straw, and bamboos. So, they are very small. And then, what is a flat? A flat is a apartment where you see in big cities where it is built in the same building. So many houses are built in the same building. So it is called as a flat. What is a roof? What is a roof, sir? A part of the house which is on the top of the roof. Top of the house, a part which is top of the house is called as a roof. Then a bungalow is a kacha house. Is it true or false? Answer to my question. A bungalow is a kacha house. a bungalow. Is it a kacha house? False. It's a pakka house. Kacha houses are strong houses. Kacha houses. What are kacha houses? Tent, hut. Are they strong? No. This is also false. We see pakka houses in cities. Pakka houses are flats and bungalows. Where we see them the most? We see them in cities. Yes, it's true. Houses in hot places have sloping roof. In hot places, do we have sloping roof? No. If it is no, then it is false. If it is yes, then it is true. Yes. We should keep our house dirty. How we should keep our house, sir? If we should throw the garbage here and there, we should keep it dirty. No, we must always keep our house neat and clean, fully decorated, where you can easily breathe in fresh air. Yes. So here a picture is given. Draw using a pencil with a dotted line and then color the picture of your choice. Then we have a riddle. Riddle is a question where it is twisted. You have to find out the answer. I am on the top. I give cover to you. So I am on the top of the building. I give cover to you, where it keeps us covered from heat, air and rainfall. What is the top of the house, sir? Roof. Very good. Then you put your feet on me all the time. So when you walk on your house, inside the house, you put your feet on it. What is it? It starts with F. Exactly right. Floor. F-L-O-O-R. I divide your rooms. So these rooms are divided using this. It starts with W. How are rooms divided, sir? You have a place where it is divided into one room and then another and then another. So what is that which is dividing each? Wall is dividing. W-A-L-L. I send in light and air. So inside your house, what do you open to have light and air? Window. Window. It starts with W. This says, come in please. We also welcome. When your doorbell rings, what it says? Come in please. Welcome, sir. So where we come in, where we welcome all our guests from? The door. It starts with D. D-O-O-R. Door. So this is what you have all learned today about the types of houses. Hope you have enjoyed my class today. Hope you have learned new things with a kacha house and the pakka house. The houses, pakka houses are flats and bungalows where you see in cities. Kacha houses are tents and huts which are not that strong and where you see in villages. So tent is built using a canvas. Houses are built by mud, straws and bamboos, where our bungalows and flats are built using cement, brick, rods and wood. So these of all you learnt, and the top of the house is called as a roof, and in the hot weather you use a flat roof, whereas the area which is covered with snow and heavy rainfall we use a sloping roof. So you might have learnt many types of houses today. Then in which type of house you live, you also note down, you also draw a picture of your house and how is the roof. Is it a flat roof, a kacha house or a pakka house, and then post it to me. Hope you liked your class today, and then next we meet it with the next class with a new topic. Until then, take care. Love you all.